Locario.
What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, I get a lot of emails from dudes and they hit me up and they're like, yo, man, why is it so hard to get with chicks? What the hell? Why aren't these chicks, calling me back? How come these chicks aren't giving me their number? How come I keep getting rejected? All this other stuff, right? And, I keep trying to tell guys that you got to talk to a lot of women. This thing is a numbers game, okay? And what you got to understand is there's only going to be a small percentage of the women that you talk to who are going to cooperate, okay? It's only a small percent. So, for example, if you talk to 100 women, right, you're probably maybe going to get anywhere between 1 and 20 of those women who are trying to make something happen, right? Out of 100, you'll get maybe between 1 and 20, right? So you got to understand this concept. And the thing is, when it comes to game and understanding the game and learning the game, right? This is the thing that's going to make the percentage of what you're going to get higher. Do you understand? So the thing is, let's say if you're a guy who is not really that, comfortable talking to women, who you still get nervous, you're still afraid of rejection, right? So, and you don't really have any skills or any technique when it comes to really, making stuff happen, knowing how to make a conversation flow, knowing how to build sexual tension, all this other stuff. You don't really know these things, right? So if you're that type of dude, right, what's going to happen is if you talk to 100 women, right, you might end up getting one of them. Right? If you talk to 100 chicks, right? But a dude who has game, right? He talks to 100. He's going to get maybe 10, 15, or even 20 of those women, right? But either way, it's still a small percentage, right? And a lot of guys don't understand this. They think, oh, well, when I learn this thing and that thing, then when I talk to 100 girls, I'm going to get all 100 of them, or I'm going to get 99. And I'm like, no, okay? Only a small percentage of chicks are going to cooperate, right? It's the same thing for online dating. I get dudes hit me up all the time. Yo, I'm hollering at all these chicks online and I'm not getting that many responses and all this other stuff. And now online dating is a whole nother monster, okay? Because women on online dating sites, they basically, they're just on a whole nother level of nonsense. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're on a whole nother level of other shit where women online are even more pickier than when you are talking to women in person or, meeting them at parties or on the street or whatever. You understand? So that's a whole nother thing. But even with online, you have to contact a lot of women to get a certain amount of women to hit you back, right? The more you put, into this, the more you're going to get out of it, right? And the reason for this is that, you're going to have chicks who are off the bat just not going to be feeling you. You're just not their type or whatever. It is what it is, right? Then you're going to have girls you're going to deal with who are attention whores, right? So they're going to talk to you, maybe give you the number, and then you're never going to see them again because they're just going to be playing games and all that other stuff, right? Then you're going to have chicks who, they like you, but they're not feeling you. You understand? They're not really into you, but they think you're cool, that they're like, okay, let's see where this goes, right? And then you might get into contact with them, you might go on a date or two with them, but then it might fall off if they're not feeling it, right? Then you got that small little percent who is going to be cooperating, right? But in order for you to get to that small percent, you have to talk to more girls. So the more girls you talk to, the more access you will have to that percentage. Do you understand? So if you're a guy who, doesn't understand the game, who doesn't really go out, right? You're going to have a really hard time. Because imagine the guys who are good at talking to girls and who are comfortable talking to girls or whatever, they're still only getting 20%. Do you understand what I'm saying? They seem like they have a lot of women, but the only reason it looks like that, and the only reason it appears to be that way, is because they're talking to a shitload of women and they have the skills to up their chances of getting these girls. Now imagine you're the type of guy who only talks to girls once in a while or hardly ever, right? And you're sitting around hoping or waiting or whatever that something's gonna happen one day or whatever. So you're sitting there and you're thinking, something's gonna go down, but it's like your chances of things going down are going to be slim, because if the guys who are good are only getting 20% and you're not really comfortable with yourself, you're still insecure, you're still scared to get rejected, what do you think, how harder do you think it's going to be for you? It's going to be even harder for you. You understand? This is why I say you guys got to practice. You guys got to, build your confidence. You have to do all these things, because if you don't, it's going to be even harder for you out there. I know guys who, out here, they're dating or whatever, and they might be dating 2 or 3 girls, 4 girls here and there. You understand? At any given time, one girl they'll be with, one day she'll leave, he'll replace her with another girl or whatever. But then you got guys out here who are in their, late 20s, early 30s, who are still virgins, who don't want to be virgins. You feel what I'm saying? Guys out here who are struggling just to get with one chick. You understand? And the reason why you're struggling is because you don't know that you have to talk to more girls in order to get that percentage of chicks that you need to get. You understand? Because those guys, what they'll do is they'll talk to maybe 4 girls. All 4 of those girls aren't feeling them, and they think, oh, well, no girls like me. I can't get girls. And they see this other guy who's messing with chicks, and they think he has some magical, mystical thing that he does, but all he did was study the game and understood that part of the game was talking to more girls. You feel what I'm saying? So by him talking to more girls, he ups the chances of him getting that small percentage of women, right? So you up here talking to 4 girls and you get discouraged. This other guy talks to 100 girls and 80 of them are telling him no. But he gets 20 of them. You feel what I'm saying? So he has to do that. This is what you guys have to do. You feel me? So this is what I'm trying to explain to you guys. There's always going to be that small percentage. In order for you to get to that maximum of the percentage you're probably going to get, which is usually only 10 to 20%, you have to basically put yourself out there and learn the game. The more that you're, comfortable with yourself, the more that you learn, the easier it's going to be to get that going. Any guy you see who's good with women or who has a lot of girls, it's because he talks to more women, because he knows what he has to do in order to get more girls. He knows that some girls are going to fall off. He's going to replace that girl with another girl. Do you understand? This is how the game goes, right? You guys out there, some of you guys, since you don't have the experience, you're living in a fantasy world where you're still searching for this magic formula to rid yourself of rejection, or to find an easier way to get women without having to put yourself out there and make something happen. But it just doesn't work that way. You feel what I'm saying? That's just not how it is, right? So guys, you have to step up your game. You have to talk to more women. Go to badboymembership.com today. Listen to my audio program. I have an audio program that teaches you how to date a lot of women, how to get with a lot of chicks, that will help you step this up and make your interactions with these women more beneficial. You feel me? So that's it, guys. If you have any questions, click the link below and I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. All right, now before you click off this video, I need you to do 3 quick things. First, I need you to click the link below to send me your questions, because if you have any questions, I'll answer them in a video. 2, click the link under that to get my free ebook, The Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men. It gives you 10 tips on how to attract beautiful women. And number 3, I want you to click the link under that to go to badboymembership.com, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video tutorials every month. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.